Good morning, Oklahoma, and welcome to Cow-Calf Corner. This week's topic is load density and trying to reduce stress when we're hauling calves, and just presenting some of the BQA guidelines that help to facilitate keeping stress down on those calves as much as possible. Along with weather, transportation is one of the two primary stressors or things that can cause stress. We also know that this time of year, as we go through weaning, most of those spring-born calves are going to be on at least one trailer ride to a new destination. Good handling technique, being as quiet as possible in the loading and unloading process, is going to be important to try to reduce stress on those calves. But along with that, we want to think about load density and just how much area in terms of square feet do calves of various sizes need in order to ensure their health, their comfort, their well-being during transportation, and accordingly minimizing that stress as much as possible. Typically, we think of the rules of thumb according to BQA guidelines. A 200-pound calf needs about 3.5 square foot. A 400-pound calf needs about 6.5 square feet. And a 600-pound calf about 8.5 square feet. How do we take that into account relative to hauling calves? If we say, for example, we've got the inner dimensions of our trailer are 20 foot long and 8 feet wide, that gives us about 160 square feet in the trailer. We would just take those numbers for different sizes of calves into account to figure out how many we could haul on a particular load. Safe, good rules of thumb to follow when we're hauling calves. Other things to keep in mind, you can look through a chart here at the BQA website, but other things to keep in mind are if it is really hot, we probably want to reduce the load density just a little bit. We've kind of had heat hang on with us here as we move into October in Oklahoma this year. And if we're hauling calves that have horns or tipped horns, we need to reduce that load density by probably about 5% as a general rule of thumb. Always take into account the load capacity of the trailers that we're hauling in, the trucks that we're hauling in. We don't want to be overloaded in that regard either. I hope this helps. Remember load density the next time you're transporting calves in order to minimize stress on those calves as much as possible. Thanks for joining us on Cow-Calf Corner.